This is the plaintiff, Jamila Bahati. She says she was hired to cater an event for the defendant and was expecting 70 people for a birthday celebration. The very day of the party, the defendant freaked out on her, told her she was too much drama for him to deal with, and fired her. She'd been working for days buying chicken, making sauces, preparing rice, and deserves to be paid the $250 she's owed. This is the defendant, Samuel Alston. He says he hired the plaintiff to prepare food for a party he throws every year called Brother Sam's Birthday Bash and Ballpark Reunion. He took her to get the chicken and took her back because they gave her drumsticks instead of wings. She told him she had no pots and pans to cook. The woman was obviously in way over her head and basically quit on the morning of the party. And if she thinks he's giving her any more money than he already has, she's even more delusional than he originally thought. He's accused of cooking up a lawsuit. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $150 for having to hire another cook.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Jamila Bahati?
Yes.
You are suing Samuel Alston, your neighbor. He's also the super of the building?
That's correct.
Oh, this is inconvenient. For $250 that you say he owes you for your time spent preparing a catered meal for him. You are counterclaiming against her $150, $50 that you extra that she, I guess you're saying, forced you to give her, and $100 that you had to pay somebody else to cook on the day that everything went right into the toilet and she refused to cook for your birthday party. What happened?
Okay, Mr. Alston came to me and asked me would I be interested in catering his birthday party. This was in January and it was to be in March.
Okay.
I said, sure.
Have you ever catered before?
No, my ex-husband and I had a restaurant for 3 years in Atlanta, Georgia. And my ex-husband is now a chef, a certified chef.
Okay, but he's not taking the catering contract. You are. So have you ever catered for, did he tell you how many people?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Oh, now you have?
From our restaurant.
From our restaurant.
So I'm not a
right, but you're not at the restaurant. You're actually just living in your apartment,
That's
right?
That's correct.
Okay. Have you ever catered from your apartment?
No,
You're
never.
not a professional?
No.
Okay. So he tells you how much, or you quote to him how much?
He told me how much he was
the
willing
budget. And what did he tell you was the budget?
$250.
To feed how many people?
It was originally for 70 people.
And then?
Then it became 100 people.
It was originally for 70 and then it became 100.
After he gave me the money, then he upped it to 100.
Right, but then you got other money from him. You got an additional $50 to cover that up.
Correct.
Okay. And so how were you going to cater for 100 people?
I didn't think about it, Your Honor.
I mean, you're going to feed people for $3 a person and profit? So just the food?
I didn't think into it.
Well, but it doesn't take much thought. For $3, you have to feed a human being. I'm sure there's a bunch of big boys, right? And then you're supposed to take your profit out of that too.
Exactly.
That kind of sounds inexplicable, like it can't happen. So why'd you say yes?
I thought that he would be an upstanding person to say, okay, well, this is not enough, because I mentioned to him, I said, this is not enough, Sam.
Why didn't you just give him the money back and tell him to find another person?
Because I wanted to do it. He is not only the super, he's a friend of my family.
Okay.
So I was willing to work with him. And besides, I thought that this would help put my foot in the door to.
Okay, so you had your reasons. You're not so stupid.
Yeah, no,
this was like a goodwill kind of thing. But except for that, the goodwill, how'd that work out for you? Not so good,
it's
right?
Not working out at all.
So now what happened? How did everything break down?
From the beginning, he had been getting very rude and saying disrespectful, insulting things. Well, it ended when he slammed the door in my face.
Right. What was he saying that was disrespectful? Let me be the judge of whether it's disrespectful.
When I went grocery shopping and I had the bags, I came into the door with the bags. He refused to help me until there was a gentleman that came in who he was showing an apartment to. He picked up the bags to help me. And as we were going up the stairs, he grabbed a few bags. He said to me, "Why don't you pick up 2 more bags?" I said, "Sam, don't you see I have all these bags in my hand?" And I was going up the stairs. He said, "Well, you women, you say you're so independent and you can do anything." And I said, I never said that I'm a feminist. Not that I have anything against feminists.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
You know, but you just insulted me. I said that was very rude and insensitive of you to say
All
something
this fight is
like
happening
that.
with the
And
tenant
I live
there?
on the 5th floor.
No, but is a prospective tenant right there while all this is going on?
Yes. Yeah.
According to you, what was going on?
From the beginning.
What is this party, by the way?
It's a reunion. I'm a bowler. I bowl, and the bowling alley that I bowl in closed down. So, since it closed down, every year we have a dance, but it just so happens that it falls the same month for my birthday. So I call it Brother Sam's Birthday Bash / Ballpark Reunion. So
Brother Sam, you're Sam.
I'm Brother Sam. That's what I
Brother
call
Sam's
myself.
Birthday Bash and Ballpark was the name of the bowling alley reunion.
Reunion.
Okay.
So,
so she starts coming to you with problems.
well, she starts coming to me with situations, problems, and I explained to her that in the future, we hire somebody to do the food, and that's the end of it to the day that we get the food. She called me back. She said, I need aluminum foil. She called me back. She said, I need pans. She called me back, and I'm like, Jamila, this is too much drama for the food. I should be worrying about
Why would
security.
you think that 200, I should be worried about what?
I should be worrying about security, DJ, ticket sales.
Ticket sales. Okay.
Right? The food is a giveaway. It's not like I take the food and sell it. I take the food and I actually give it to whoever
Right, how are you going to feed 100 people on 250
Well, it wasn't 100 people, it was 50 people. Everybody brings their food.
Oh, they bring food as well.
People bring their food. It's a bring your own brown bag.
Oh, okay.
So people bring
So
your
this
food.
is just like kind of an extra
So
thing.
yeah, so this is for
Okay.
somebody who didn't bring food or just greedy or whatever you want to call it. You know, so this is a giveaway. So
Right.
it should be
So
my
you didn't
least
expect her to call
worry.
you about aluminum foil or pans or ask you to help her bring stuff in?
You know, that's really not my problem. But
So everything
I took
everything gets to a boiling point. Is it the day before the party?
the day of.
The day of.
The day of. The day of the party, the day of the dance, she calls me, I don't know, it had to be like 9 o'clock that morning. And she said she needed money for pans. So I told her, come down and get the money. I hand her $20
$20 for pans.
for pans. I said to her, this is too much drama for the food. Why is this so much drama for the food?
You're referring to how many times she keeps
How
coming
many
back
times she's coming back
and
forth?
complaining that it's not enough money.
Exactly. She says to me, then she's going on, and I said, all right, but listen.
What's she saying?
Well, this is your party. And I said, okay, fine. Here, take the $20. I have other stuff that I have to do. This is the day of the dance. I really can't stand here and listen to you right now. And she said, but we're talking business right now. And I said, but I have other things to do. And so
That's when he slammed the door
I
in my
started
face.
closing the door. She said, are you going to close the door in my face? I said, I'm asking you to leave from in front of the door. But she wouldn't leave. She kept standing there talking. So I closed the door.
Okay.
Right? About, I guess it was 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. It's on the other end. And she says, get your money from out the hallway and come get your food. So I went up to her apartment. And she said, do you have something to put the food in? And I said, no, I'll go get a box. So I went downstairs, got a box. When I went in front of my apartment, the $20 was laying on the floor.
Oh, goodness.
In the hallway, in the public hallway. And we have a 33-unit building. So
Right.
that could have been anybody's $20. I
Right.
just so happened to get to it first.
Okay.
And so I go in, I get the box, I go upstairs. On my way upstairs, I called a young lady on the 3rd floor, and I asked her, would she prepare the food? And she agreed to do it.
For how much?
And we didn't discuss the price.
But you paid her?
I gave her $100. She had to, for whatever reason, the beans that Jamila bought, this lady wouldn't cook. Jamila, I think, bought brown rice. She didn't cook with brown rice. She wanted white rice. And
How was the food?
the food was, because it was her seasoning, we couldn't get the seasoning off.
Why would you want to get the seasoning off?
Because
It wasn't good?
it was bland. Jamila is like, she's health conscious. When people are out drinking, having a good time, they don't care about health conscious. I
No,
explained this.
true or words have ever been spoken. Ever.
And Your
in
Honor,
my courtroom or beyond. When people are out drinking, they don't care about being health conscious.
I explained this to her several times when we did talk about the menu. I explained, I said, this should be real simple. It shouldn't be, you make the food tasty, make people like it, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out of your way. I try to say that in so many different words.
So, Ms. Bahati, you quit on the morning of the party.
Of course, I couldn't take any more of his disrespect.
Okay, but what are
and
you
his
suing for? I don't understand. He's already paid you $250 plus another $50. What are you suing
It's
for?
the work, Your Honor. That night before, I stood on my feet from 8 in the evening.
I don't care.
I put in work.
I don't care.
I put in
It's not
work
that I'm
for that.
insensitive. It's that I don't understand the relevance of what you're telling me. You underbid the project, so you want an additional $250?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Could you throw a party for 100 people for $250?
Yes.
How?
Just on the food alone.
What do you do?
Get snacks. That's
Like what? For 100 people? Like what? I'm serious.
I'm like water and chips.
Oh, great. Water and chips. Fabulous.
Der Wiener Schnitzel. We could probably get away with the chili cheese dog and some fries.
I don't think you could do 100 people for that. I don't think you could. What do you think?
No, impossible.
I think that's the answer. Going inside the courtroom.
You offered to do it at $250. He offered for you to do it at $250. You accepted. That's called a contract. As the work progressed, you realized that you probably shouldn't have because it's too much work.
It wasn't all that drama.
You end up quitting.
It wasn't
throw
all
the $20 in a hallway. Go upstairs and come get your food on the day of the party.
Right.
And then you go to court. He has to pay another $100. He's just going to eat it. But you
And that's
go to court.
$100 he should have given me.
No, that's
And
not the
if
deal
he
you
had
struck.
given that
And
to
then
me,
why
everything
should
would
he?
have been
Why
fine.
should he? No, he doesn't like you.
Because I told him.
He didn't want to spend another $100.
I told him.
He
in the
wanted to do
beginning,
it for the deal you
enough.
cut.
I told him it wasn't enough
So
from the beginning.
Tough. So you say that, and then you decide that you were going to turn a deal that you had for $250 for catering into a deal for $550 for catering.
And this job is
that
worth at least $833.
I guess you learned something. Why don't
At
you the
least.
next time charge $830 and find out if anybody's going to pay you $830 when you're calling them about paying
It
us,
won't
baby.
be a next time.
Yeah. Sir, you have a counterclaim against her for $150, but 50 of it is money you agreed to pay when you upped the people.
No. 50 of it is what she gave me a bill for all the money that she spent. That
Right, but it's something that you agreed to pay and you paid it. So that's like a modification of the contract. You paid her $50.
Right.
That was money to her. So apparently you had decided that, it's a $300 job, not a $250 job. And it's good for the, you paid it, right? Did someone put a gun to your head?
Yeah.
You paid it. So no, you're not going to get it back. Here's what you're out. The day that happened, you had to go pay somebody another $100.
Right.
That's what you're out. On your lawsuit against him, $0. And on your counterclaim against her, $100. You're paying him $100. You can't change the deal, breach it, cause him to pay somebody $100 because you're insulted and you're standing on principle on the day of the party and not have it cost you.
He breached it
So
from the
my
beginning.
judgment is in favor of the defendant for $100. That's my judgment.
Thank you.
All right, hold on. Full size, please, sir.
Well, how about them apples? He winds up getting $100 from you. Step in here. You bit off more than you can chew on this party, it sounds like.
Of course I did.
Well, that's the problem. That's what happened. So whose fault is that?
I guess it's mine.
All right, so are you going to stay in this business and do this?
No, this was just a one-time thing.
A one-time thing. How'd it work out?
Not at all. Not
All right.
good.
Head right this way. Okay, great. All right, so step on in here, sir, and how about the drama? You stressed out?
Too much drama.
How about this drama right here?
Even coming here is just.
You don't like drama, do you?
Yeah, no, I don't. I try to be so simple and so plain. Yeah, but you know what? And overall, I'm just glad she told the truth. I thought she was gonna come in and lie. I didn't think that she can win by telling the truth. And she came in and told the truth. So I admire her for that, if nothing else.
All right. All right, don't stress the guy out. All right, Officer McIntosh, hit him right up. All right, Harvey?
Well, here's the moral. Do not make an agreement with anybody where it's impossible for you to fulfill your terms. That will do it for this case. Litigants, for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.